Today, we're making history. Scratch that. We're making art. I don't need this. It's for dramatic effect. Today, I want to dye my hair fire with my favorite hair color. Not fire red, actual freaking fire. I'm so excited, I'm literally going to piss my pants. And I'm not even wearing pants. This might be a bit of a weird angle, but I really like unboxing, so. So last week I dyed my hair this color and it opened up something inside of me that I haven't felt in a while. Obsession and fixation over one specific color range for an extended period. I haven't felt that since my emerald hair color thing. I dyed my hair this fun blood orange color and I saw it and I'm like, wouldn't this be so much cooler if it wasn't one singular color, it was three. So I was like, you know what I never in my life managed to perfect? Fire red hair. And I'm not talking like a color of red, I'm talking like the elements of fire, like fierce, fiery multitude of colors. A few years ago, I actually attempted to dye my hair fire red and the whole thing just kind of blended and melted together. That is because the color red is such an overpowering and fierce pigment that it all just muds together any color applied anywhere near it. And then I tried Hot Roots, which was actually an incredible look. But again, it kept it very, very minimal and there wasn't that beautifully red fiery element, mostly browns and then oranges and yellows. But today I really want to use everything that I gathered knowledge-wise from my 10-year-long hair dyeing career and try my best to achieve this sort of general idea. I'm excited! I know you are too. I know you are too, because anytime I have a fixation over something, you guys non-stop keep rooting me on until I finally get it. So I know you're excited. Everyone knows that the very first thing that you need before you can get a very wild looking color is the perfect hair dye. You guys constantly keep asking me what my favorite brand of dye is because I have tried a significant amount of dyes throughout the years and I have formulated and collected my opinions without technically sharing them. I try to keep an open mind for everything and every brand, but there are a few brands in particular that stick out because they just do it better. And I have a very concrete idea of who my favorite brand is or who I would most likely recommend. It comes as no surprise. Truly, I've been using Arctic Fox hair colors to get very particularly bright, vibrant, intricate, vivid colored hair for maybe 4 years now. I have tried different brands along the ways, but they are something that I continuously gravitate towards. They are reliable, they are consistent, they are so pigmented in ways that few other brands match. They are extremely well priced and affordable. They are cruelty-free, vegan, they do not test on animals, and they have a nice charitable and philanthropic background, which is why this video is all the more special because this is the first time that I'm officially partnering with them or collaborating with them in a professional setting. This video is sponsored by Arctic Fox, truly one of the most competitive hair brands on the market, something that if you want to get into it and you haven't tried them yet, you are missing out on probably one of the very few brands that continuously hit the nail on the head with every single launch. I'm gonna give you a quick little backstory about the brand before I jump into it, just because I really want to truly capture the essence of what it is that I feel towards the brand and why this is such a dear to my heart collaboration and something that I am immensely excited to be associated with. Arctic Fox have 25 complete hair colors that you can choose from, ranging from every single color of the rainbow to black, silver, and whites. They have pastels, they have vivids, they have UV reactants, they have ones that look more like natural hair and some that look very bright and bold. In fact, that was kind of their entire brand foundation since they've launched in 2013. They are catering and curating these products for people like myself who have a very, very bold and colorful understanding of what hair colors could be. They also recently launched hair gummies, which I have yet to try. I'll be fully honest. No peroxide, no ammonia, no ethyl alcohol, no PPD. This is what science is all about. Every time I tell you that the difference between semi-permanent and permanent colors is that you don't have to add anything to semi-permanent colors, this is what it refers to. It doesn't require peroxide to activate it. It doesn't contain any ammonia that will open up the hair cuticle. It also doesn't contain any PPD, which could be a reactive hair pigment. This means that you can take this dye straight from the bottle to your hair. This requires no oxidation time. This requires no process time. This doesn't react with anything and is simply a staining agent. This also means that out of all of the ways that you can chemically and artificially alter your hair color, this is one that is going to be very effective without at all hindering your hair's health. This very plainly just stains the outside of the hair. The pigments that form up this dye very likely just kind of stick in between your hair cuticles and they coat the outside of the hair, meaning these do not enter the hair. Now, I can go on about this for longer, but we've got hair dyes to apply to our hair. I did color remove my hair before doing this video because I was like, I want to give my hair the best starting foundation I could. The lighter the hair, the more bright the colors will end up. It's actually a really kind of cute color, but it's a bit boring. Today I'm dyeing my hair 3 different colors and I'm using bowls to better help me understand colors. Let's understand our base pigment. Because these colors contain no ammonia and don't require oxidation, it means that it cannot lift the hair color. When we say lift, we are referring to a chemical product going in and physically altering the melanin in the hair. Melanin is the item that gives our hair its color. Certain products like bleaches and high lift dyes can alter the pigment and take our hair from a brown to a blonde. These don't do that because they do not contain these chemicals. That means that the starting shade that we have here is going to form the course as to where the color is going to land when we apply it. If I apply this on level 10 banana blonde hair, this is going to be the most vibrant, bright red color ever. If I apply this on a level 4 chocolate brown hair, it is going to turn more berry, maroon, much more subtle. If I apply it here, however, it is going to give me a color somewhere in between. It is not going to be particularly vibrant, but it's also not going to be particularly subdued. Same with these colors. If you do have particularly dark base colors, that means that your hair is not artificially lifted and it is also on the darker side of the international color chart. Going for a darker semi-permanent color like Wrath is going to be a much better option and a much better bet to altering your hair color rather than something like a lighter color like Cosmic Sunshine. Today my hair is kind of a level 7, level 8. That means that it is on the blonde-ish section, but it is not banana yellow blonde. I also have residual coppers and pinks in my hair, which isn't actually going to hold me back as much as you think because we are feeding this existing colors with the colors that I picked. That means that if you bleached your hair and it did not turn out like this, it turned out like this, you don't have to cry because you can still take it to this. Because we're using the underlying copper shades, those brassy tones, the very warm, fiery, orangey colors to help boost the fire colors that we want. I just can't really take it anywhere here, but anywhere here is fine. I feel like I'm teaching you too much and you're not actually seeing what you're here to see, which is dyes. So let's mix. Starting with Wrath. That much should be enough for my hair length. Cosmic Sunshine. The way these colors match their bowls is feeding a very warm part inside of me. And their newest launch, and something that I'm particularly excited to try, Ginger Flare. Oh, that is beautiful. This is Wrath, to die for. This is Ginger Flare, to die for. And this is Cosmic Sunshine, to die for. They're cute, no? Here's what I think is gonna happen. This is gonna look insane on my hair. It is going to take on more of a slightly maroon effect just because of the base of my hair, but I think it's gonna look cute. This one will look heavenly because this is very much going to play with the existent copper rose tones that there are. This one I think is just going to mildly like warm up right here. It's not going to be this bright, don't expect this bright, but I think it's going to be a cute blonde. Because I want the brightest, most beautiful tones present in our hair, I'm not going to dilute these, but if you want, you can either use Arctic Fox's Clear to dilute it, or you can use a white conditioner like this one to dilute the hair color, because the whiteness of the conditioner is going to act like the white diluter, and it's a very, very amazing way to change your hair color without needing any other hair color. I was going to say that I have complete faith in myself to not stain myself, and I was going to stay in this thing, but let's not kid ourselves. Okay. Now, because we actually want to learn from our previous mistakes and not remake them, I'm not going to just apply the dyes and then blend them together, because I know from my previous experience that red is extremely overpowering, and anytime I try to blend, it immediately stains everywhere else. So we're using mesh. These are very good alternatives to using something like foil to separate the hair color for when you want to be able to A, reuse them, and B, heat is not necessary for the color to take. I did a test dye, and I now know how I want to dye my hair. Not something I've ever tried before. Let's go. Can't see. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do all of my hair. So while I do this, I'm actually going to tell you guys all about my first relationship with Arctic Fox and why I like them a lot. As you might be familiar, I had this fun time in my life where I wanted to dye my hair emerald green. And I tried doing it 3 separate times, and I got it only on the 3rd time. I could not find any brands that had like a beautiful emerald color, or anyone who sold an emerald, it wasn't an actual emerald, or like this teal emeraldy bluey color. So I reached out to Arctic Fox. I'm like, can I try out some of your dyes, mix them together to see if I can create this really beautiful shade of emerald green? And they ended up sending me Phantom Green, and I want to say Poseidon. I think it was Poseidon. And I mixed those 2 colors together, and I got the most beautiful shade of emerald green I had ever seen in my life. And I finally managed to get my dream color. So when I achieved this color that I've been semi-slaving over for months, I did it because of Arctic Fox. So now I have like, you know, this like deep respect for it. So ever since then, I've been like a loyal customer. Anyways, that was my first interaction with Arctic Fox, and it was a pleasant one. I respect pleasant interactions. There's also a ton of construction going on at the moment, so enjoy the vibrations of this video.
What was it they used to say? Seeking you will find. There is nothing in you that's fading. All you ever do is shine. You are brighter all the time. And I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with any.
So finished like the whole T section of my head. I still have some hair on the sides, but for the most part, we've got the fire part done. I'm not gonna do it all around my head, I'll be fully honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dye all my remaining hair with ginger flare because I really want to see what it looks like, and I think it'll be super cute with the thing that we have going on at the moment. So aside from Arctic Fox being an all-over successful hair brand in the sense that they found a formula that works and stuck with it, they're also a really charitable and philanthropic motivated brand, donating a portion of their profits every single year to multiple different charities, a lot of them being animal sanctuaries, including one which is the IFWA, which actively works to protect foxes, including an Arctic fox. The brand Arctic Fox actively helps to protect these specific sanctuaries and donate what they earn to them. And they are extremely open about the work that they do and actively hold retreats and everything with their team so that everyone is kind of aware what the bigger issue is. And I think that that's really amazing when brands are that transparent about the philanthropic work that they do. And I just wanted to mention it because it's not often that we hear about it. I think that took me an hour and a half. I'm so excited to see how this is going to look because I'm not gonna lie, my hopes are high. They're up there. Yes, I'm all about the journey, but damn God, I'm so curious. Now I'm gonna leave this on for quite a long time, to be honest, because I really want this to work. So we're gonna leave this on, I'm gonna go have lunch, then I'm gonna come back, but I think it's gonna look fire. Oh, I broke my nail. Well, I'll be back in 3, 2, 1. The mullet era is back. And so are my fiery, epic hair colors. I can't believe how good this looks. I can't believe it worked. I can't believe it's all not all red. Look at it. I haven't been so proud of a hair look or a hair transformation in genuinely so long. I've been so overly excited with all of my scientific experiments and everything, but as I mentioned, a lot of that was more of the journey, not the destination. But today, we had a goal in mind and we had a technique in mind and we had the dyes specifically chosen for the look and it fucking worked out. Tell me this isn't the coolest hair color combinations you've ever seen. Look at it. Fire Stella. To be fair, it's not actually that fiery in the sense that had I flipped the colors around, red at the bottom, orange, and then yellow, it would have been more fiery. This is it. This has to be one of the nicest color combinations I have ever tried. And I'm so incredibly happy to have done so with Arctic Fox's colors because they're so reliable, they're consistent, and they always look incredible. Not to mention that this all blends together so well. Let's keep in mind that this, the back color, is all ginger flare and the rest of it obviously is not. The fact that it all works, just, I love it. In a technical aspect, because we do like to tackle them, obviously the yellow did kind of disappear everywhere. I mean, there's not that much yellow anywhere. That being said, I still really like the colors together. I think they've got this beautiful warmth to them. I think it looks really, really amazing. I think it fits this sort of a grunge era that I have going on at the moment, and it fits the haircut a bit too well, if I do say so myself. If you want to give this color combination a go, by all means, I fully wholeheartedly encourage it. And if you haven't tried the Arctic Fox products yet, this might just be the perfect opportunity to try them. Beautiful. They are vegan and cruelty-free. They are probably one of the best hair brands out here on the market at the moment. They are affordable and you've got so much choice. So if you've been looking for the message of your life, to go for the boldest color of your life, this is it. Consider this the message. Dye your hair. You there. diet. I am going to link everything down description box below, all the exact coloring details and everything that I used in this video. However, I do always encourage full flexibility and creativity. So if you have a better idea that you want to go for, this is me telling you, go for it. But if you do want to give this particular look a go, tag me in your recreations, because I always love to see what you guys come up with. And recently you've been actually impressing the out of me. Like, I'm a bit jealous. So if you want total inspo of what to do next and I am not enough, follow Arctic Fox on all of their social media. They probably have one of the largest collections of things that will inspire you. In fact, I regularly steal some of their content ideas and use them on myself. If you're looking for that added bit of colorful inspo, follow them on Instagram, check them out, see what they're like, see if you like them. They might just be the fit for you. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, join the Stellar fam. Let's learn a thing or two together. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll give it a go, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babies. I love you.